Hi, we're the team behind SkillSwap. Our team members are Ben Wolpers, Brianna Swinton, Nicholas Rossetti, and myself, Trent Peterson. SkillSwap is a web application designed to help people exchange skills directly with each other. Instead of only paying for tutoring or trying to find help through random messages, users can list what they know how to teach and what they want to learn. For example, someone might be able to teach React, guitar, or public speaking, but they might want to learn Spanish, improve their interview skills, or get better at design. SkillSwap helps connect people like that so the exchange can go both ways. The main idea is that users are not just receiving help, they also have something useful to offer in return. The problem we wanted to solve is that skill sharing is really messy and unstructured. If someone wants to learn from another person, they usually have to search through social media, ask around in group chats, send cold messages, or use platforms built more for one way tutoring. From there, they still have to compare skills, figure out schedules, move to another platform to message, remember the plan, and keep track of whether the exchange actually happens, which creates a lot of friction and causes many promising connections to never turn into real sessions. SkillSwap is built around realistic use cases. For example, a student might want to improve SQL and could offer study help or presentation practice in return. A designer might want to learn back-end APIs and could offer UI, UX, or Figma help. Someone preparing for jobs might want interview practice and could offer resume, review, or coding help. In each of these cases, the person already has a skill that could help someone else. The issue isn't that people do not have anything to offer. The issue is that there's usually not a clear system for finding a good exchange partner and turning that connection into an actual meeting. So our goals with SkillSwap were to make the whole process easier from start to finish. We wanted users to be able to discover compatible people, exchange skills both ways, schedule practical sessions, and keep their plans organized after the first request. The two biggest pain points we focused on were matching and follow through. It isn't enough to just find interesting people. Users also need shared availability, a clear plan, communication tools, and a way to stay organized so the exchange actually happens. So now that we've covered the problem and the purpose behind SkillSwap, Brianna is going to walk through the technologies we used and how the different parts of the app work together.
Thank you, Trent. SkillSwap is a full stack web application. On the front end, we used React and React Router to build the user interface and page navigation. The main user experience is organized into pages like For You, Browse, Calendar, Chat, Profile, and Settings. On the back end, we used Node.js with Express to build the API and MongoDB with Mongoose to store and manage data. So our main models include users, swaps, messages, and password reset tokens. Um, Everything is organized according to the user experience into clear sections of the product, as you see here, like the For You, Browse, Calendar, Chat, Profile, and Settings. The profile is basically the hub, the skills offered, the skills wanted, availability, time zone, privacy, and swap preferences. And so the authentication is handled with JWTs, and the app supports both standard email and password login and Google sign-in. We also implemented password reset support. The way these pieces fit together is really important. User profiles store skills offered, skills wanted, availability, time zone, privacy preferences, and swap preferences. That profile data then drives the rest of the app. So, for example, the profile data feeds back in recommendations on the For You page. Uh, Reliability is based on platform activity like completed swaps, milestones, and reviews. For example, the For You page uses back-end matching logic to recommend users based on the skill compatibility, shared availability, time zone fit, and reliability. Reliability is actually based on the platform activity like completed swaps, milestones, and reviews. The app also includes email support for the password reset, swap notifications, profile reminders, and users can also control uh, those through notification purposes. But yeah, as you can see. So for deployment, both the front end and back end are deployed on Render. That gave us a single hosting platform for the full app and made development simpler to manage. And why SkillSwap matters, it turns scattered skill sharing into a clear and organized process. And who wouldn't love that? I'm going to pass it off to Ben, who is going to do a demo walkthrough.
Hi, I'm going to show you the first part of the SkillSwap flow. So we're starting on the landing page. This page gives users a quick introduction to what SkillSwap is before they sign in. The app is built around the idea of trading skills with other people in a structured way. So for this demo, we're going to be following Alex. Alex can teach Python and public speaking, and he wants to learn guitar and graphic design. So now I'm going to log in as Alex, and after logging in, we land on the For You page. This page helps users get started quickly by showing recommended matches based on profile data like skills, availability, and other compatibility factors. Each card gives useful information like skills, match score, reliability, and location, if that's visible. If I open up one of these cards, we can also see more detail like the full availability and time zone, which helps Alex decide if the exchange is actually realistic. So now we'll move over to the Browse page. Browse gives users more control, so instead of relying only on recommendations, Alex can search more directly for the kind of match they want. So once Alex finds someone, say he wants to match with Matt Smith, you click the Request Swap, and this opens up the Request Swap modal, and this is where Alex chooses what they'll teach, what they want to learn, and when they want to meet, and how long they would like to meet for. So one feature I'd like to highlight is the suggested times feature. So you click this, you can it'll show up both users' availability and time zones and recommended meeting times that work for both of them. So I'll choose one of these times, and then I'll finish up the request, and then click Send Request. As you can see, the request has been created and it's been sent to Matt Smith. So at this point, I'll hand it off to Nick so he can show what happens next on the other user's side. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nicholas, and over here I have swapped to the other user side so you can see how that request has become a real exchange. I'm going to come over here to the notifications and you can see that I have an incoming swap request from Alex Carter. So this takes us over to the calendar page. This page separates the pending requests, the active swaps, and the swap history, so users can quickly see what actions need to be done and what's already happened. So up here we can see the brand new request. We can click Accept to confirm it, and once it's accepted, it becomes a part of the active swap workflow. If we open the swap, we can see the scheduled time, duration, notes, and session goals. We also provide calendar-related actions, so the user can move that plan into their actual schedule more easily. Next, we're going to move on to the chat feature. Chat lets users coordinate details without leaving the platform. So here I'm going to go ahead and pull up Alex to go ahead and show you that, hey, I can go and send a message to him. And as you can see, the message did get sent. The purpose of having the chat feature here is so users don't have to just move to another app just to confirm the details. Next, we're going to be looking at the settings. This page lets users manage their privacy and account controls. For example, they can go ahead and hide their location in the For You page. So I can go ahead and hide these, just like this, save it, and now other people will not be able to go ahead and see my location. They can manage blocked users, update notification preferences, connect a Google account, change their password, or delete their account. Back in Calendar, after the session has happened, users can mark goals complete, just like so. And from there, they can go ahead and confirm that the session is done. From here, I can go ahead and leave a review. So I can go and leave a review saying, "Great work, Alex." And I can submit the review. These reviews contribute to reliability, which improves future matching and helps users know how to follow through. To wrap this all up, SkillSwap solves a real coordination problem. It takes users from "I have a skill to offer and something I want to learn" to a structured, trackable, two-way exchange. Instead of depending on scattered messages and manual scheduling, users can discover partners, request swaps, coordinate details, and follow through all in one place. That's what SkillSwap is. Thank you.